This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com, and today I'm going to review something that I don't see a lot of wrestling people review lately, but they should because there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube for wrestling companies. So I had a few people ask me about wrestling companies' YouTube channels in my news streams lately. So I decided I'm going to review in order of I guess, six top American companies. Um, and I will include WOW superheroes in that. The most popular wrestling YouTube channels. So I'll jump right into it. No surprise to anyone here that WWE is number one. They've been around since 2007, so a long time, and they have all that content, all those decades of content to put out there. They are ranked first in sports and fifth in the country for YouTube, which is pretty incredible. And they earn probably close to 30 million a year, would be my educated guess. It says 2.1 to 33 million, but my educated guess, based on what I know about YouTube, will be close to 30 million a year just from YouTube. So they make a shitload of money when you consider they also get hundreds of millions of dollars for TV and streaming rights. AEW, no surprise, number two, but it's a distant number two. I would guess they definitely make in the millions from their YouTube channel, but nowhere near the 30 million, as this said. Probably closer to the I would say probably close to 2 million, or somewhere hovering around that 2 million. Now, I did include Ring of Honor as a separate promotion, even though it seems like 90% or more of their roster are from AEW, and they put on matches in AEW, even though they have had two or three. I don't know exactly know how many, probably three. We'll put it on the heavier side of their own events so far under Tony Khan's watch. But they did inherit Ring of Honor's YouTube channel that they had been. Ring of Honor isn't number three. I forgot. Impact's number three. I spoiled what number four is. Impact has actually been around on YouTube longer than WWE. And they have all this footage, even though they were bragging about drawing 500 people to a pay-per-view in Atlanta recently, which is pretty sad. 500 for a company that has almost 5 million YouTube subscribers. However, those YouTube subscribers are from probably a lot of the classic footage with Sting, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Hulk Hogan, etc. But yeah, they make a lot of money from YouTube. They probably make close to 1 million from YouTube. It says anywhere from 70,000 to 1.1 million. I would say they make close to 1 million would be my educated guess. Now let's look at Ring of Honor. Now again, they also started in 2006. So Ring of Honor started on YouTube before WWE, and they make about 50,000 a year, which I would say is disappointing that the Ring of Honor YouTube channel never really grew much after Tony Khan took it over. But I don't know why he bothers promoting Ring of Honor and why he doesn't just focus all of his attention on the AEW brand, and why he wants to build a brand that pretty much had faded away into the oblivion. But it's his choice. He can do whatever he wants. Let's go to the next one. Would be MLW, which is quite a drop, even from ROH. Makes 1.3 to 20,000. My educated guess would be it probably makes about 15,000. That would be my educated guess on that. So MLW, not the most popular company. And they've been around a while too. 2009. Holy shit. That's really bad. NWA. They're just under MLW. Just under MLW. So they're for all the buzz and hype we get about NWA, they're not doing that great either. WOW Superheroes started in 2014. They're doing up to 29K a month. So actually, I misjudged this. This one should be. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, so WOW. I'll write the list in the description, guys. I'm sorry about this. WOW is ahead of MLW. So WOW is fifth, if you want to. It goes WWE, AE. Let's re-rank him. WWE number 1, AEW number 2, Impact number 3, Ring of Honor number 4. In earnings, Women of Wrestling number 5, MLW number 6, NWA number 7. So there you go. That's what the earnings are. I hope you guys found that interesting. WWE is a beast. There's no doubt. I think YouTube actually has more advertising money now. You can make more money on YouTube now than you could in the past, honestly, because more people are advertising on it. That's not their total. This is not WWE's total earnings, by the way. Let me remove this comment for a second. That's their yearly earnings, 333 million, up to 33 million a year. But I would tell you it's close to 30 million. That would be my guess based on what I know about YouTube and the channels that I do know what they earn on this Social Blade system. So WWE is making a shitload. Hello, Grandma Daisy. What about, talks about, wow, just from YouTube. Yeah, that's just from YouTube. Roland, WWE is a real conglomerate. I'm not the one that does the Mafia interviews, really. It's King of Connecticut as I drink my cold tea here. No, it's not urine. I know it looks like it, but it's cold tea. Hello, Tom. Yeah, I'm having a good day. What about loves wasting money for Tony Khan? Yeah, like the Ring of Honor thing. I've even heard Meltzer say it. Why, like, he wastes all this time. Ring of Honor is drawing at the most like 2,000 people, even with Jericho on the card. But AEW can regularly drop to 5,000 for TV tapings. So why, when AEW is on TBS and TNT and Ring of Honor isn't even on a TV show station, do you go to towns and say Ring of Honor is coming when you can just say AEW is coming and get more than double the crowd for pretty much the same wrestlers? It makes no sense. I actually had a very good workout today, Jason. It was not the greatest weather here, and there was very few people in the gym tonight. So I was supersetting everything for about 2 hours. I don't think Tony Khan is going to buy WWE. Anything's possible, but that would be a long shot. Cole, do I get paid well for supernatural videos like UFO and Bigfoot interviews? You can never guess what videos are going to do well and what videos are going to do bad. I haven't done much on Bigfoot, to be honest. I'm not that interested in it. But the supernatural stuff is more of a passion of mine. But I think my Travis Walton interview is close to 1 million views, and my Paul Hellyer one is close to 1 million views, both UFO related. But that stuff is stuff that I'm more of a fan of unidentified aerial phenomenon and supernatural stuff, and also consciousness. I'm extremely interested in consciousness. That's the type of stuff I watch and research in my free time. Lingerie Fighting Championship. Let's see what they do. There's actually some good stuff on there. From watching it, I do believe it's not real, but it Okay, I'm gonna look this up just for you. Oh God, they do very well. They do very actually. Lingerie Fighting Championship would be number 3. I guess you could technically call that wrestling because it's fake cage fighting. Maybe that, you know what? Dana White should have done Lingerie Fighting Championship instead of slap fighting, which had a terrible rating and is just a horrible thing for people to take those unprotected shots to the head. Lingerie Fighting Championship. I would rather watch that, honestly. I recently, I didn't even know what the hell it was until maybe a couple months ago. Someone asked me my opinion on if it was real or fake. And they're pretty good workers, but there's Lingerie Fighting Championship. They make probably over 300,000 a year. That's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. I don't know what they pay their fighters, but thanks for bringing that up. I would say that qualifies as wrestling, but they don't have a TV show. But then again, NWA doesn't either. So, and neither does Ring of Honor. All right. Ray Apollo interview, the second, or I don't know what Doink you would call him. I don't know. I had an agent offer him to me once, but it was for an amount of money that I didn't think was fair. I would rather watch LFC than UFC if they're attractive. I'll be perfectly honest. Iron Man says they've been doing more wrestling lately. I think I've only seen about 3 or 4, just enough to judge if it was real or not. Yeah, humans aren't built for the slap fighting thing. I agree. Brett, Tony can waste as much money as he wants thanks to his dad. Yes, that is true. That is true. I'm not, but Tony Khan does work really hard. I will say that. Between all the jobs he has and all that he takes on his plate, it's really impressive. So I do admire that, but I don't think AEW is still in the red. Tom, Young Rock, they're doing a 3rd season of it. I actually just watched an interview with The Rock on Kelly Clarkson, who, by the way, I mean, I'm not hating on her, but I hardly recognized her. I hadn't seen her since American Idol. I don't know what brought on her weight gain, but wow, big weight gain. But anyways, he was talking about the 3rd season, and the 3rd season is the first time he's actually been on the set due to COVID. What does it get in the ratings? Usually in the twos, point 20s. It's anywhere from like 0.20 to 0.24. So better than NXT and Rampage. Impact doesn't even get ratings a lot of the times now, but they do make money on YouTube. I'll give you that. Robert, Billy Corgan needs to buy lingerie fighting championship. Tony Khan needs to. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I think it's entertaining. That's for sure. Grandma Daisy's going to Reno this summer. When I drove from Calgary to Las Vegas to wrestle for WWE once, I drove through Reno. Rat Titus. I don't even know who that is. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know who that is. But right now, I'm getting pretty hungry. As I said, I had a good workout. I did eat after that workout, but I'm going to eat again. I hope you guys found that informative. I know I've heard Dave Meltzer, who I do respect. Don't always agree with him, but I do respect him. Says like kind of laugh at WWE's YouTube success and saying, "Oh, a lot of those views are from India. They don't like, and a lot of those people are just watching the girls' matches." Probably the same reason why lingerie fighting, because I guess in some countries porn is blocked. And that's the closest they can get to porn. But it's still a huge amount of money. 30 million a year from YouTube. I could run a hell of a wrestling company just off of 30 million a year. Grandma loves Dave Meltzer. I disagree with you on that, but I don't really like any of the wrestling. But I would actually, let me see how I would rank these companies as far as what I would want to watch the most. Number 1, Lingerie Fighting Championship. Number 2, WOW Superheroes. Number 3, WWE. Number 4, AEW. Number 5, NWA. Number 6, Impact. Number 7, MLW. That's what I would watch. But really, I'm a fan of women's wrestling still, because at least you're watching very attractive, beautiful ladies in nice outfits. So even if I'm not that much of a wrestling fan, I'm still an admirer of beautiful women. So that there's my rankings of how I'd want to watch those shows. And the Lingerie Fighting Championship, it's very realistic. But to be honest, I forgot it even existed until you reminded me of it. But it's worth checking out if you're a wrestling or MMA fan, because it's an interesting mix. Have a good night.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates.